For our overhead squat, stand with your feet hip to shoulder width apart with toes pointed at the camera. Raise your arms straight overhead, doing your best to get your elbows by your ears, then sit straight down as far as you safely can, then stand back up. I only need to see this once from this angle and once from the side, but if possible, try to do 3 repetitions from each angle shown here. 3 from the front, 3 from the right side, 3 from behind, and 3 from the left side. It's very normal for this to become fatiguing, and that's actually a good thing because it gives me more insight into what muscles struggle to do their job that might not have shown up on the first repetition. Notice that feet are in full view of the camera, but it's okay if your hands go out of view. As long as I can see from your feet to your elbows, that's perfect. Another thing I want to point out is that 1080 HD resolution is perfectly fine to record this video in. 4K quality is great, but it more than doubles the amount of time it takes to upload, so especially if you have a slower internet connection, you may prefer to make sure you're recording this in 1080 rather than 4K. It's also very helpful if you're wearing bright, fitted clothing rather than baggy, dark clothing. This helps me see subtle things like curvature of the spine, how your pelvis might be tilted, and how your joints line up with each other. So if possible, please wear fitted clothing in a well-lit area with good contrast between you and the background. This next movement is only for people who feel safe standing on one foot, and even if you are completely unable to execute this movement, I recommend at least trying it on camera so you have something to compare future progress to. Because if you work on what I'm going to recommend you, you will get better not just at this movement, but all of these movements and all movement elsewhere in life. Now, I only need 1 repetition from each leg facing the camera, but if you're able to record an additional rep on each leg from your left, right, and reverse angles, that will yield a more comprehensive assessment of corrective exercises that you currently need. Keep your hands on your hips, toes facing straight ahead, and your legs separated but near one another. As you descend into a squat on the active leg, it's okay to let your raised leg drift backwards or forwards, but try to keep your knees apart but near one another. This is challenging. You can see my balance is struggling. It's definitely a fatiguing movement, so if you tire out at any point, feel free to skip to the next movement, which, if you were able to complete this movement at least once on each leg, will be the posture assessment. And if you are unable to do this one, please perform the split squat, which is our modified single leg squat movement. This modified version allows you to plant your elevated leg behind you on the ground for improved balance and control. Keep your hands on your hips, toes pointed forward, and feet no wider than hip width apart. Your feet should be far enough apart that you're able to drop your rear knee to the ground, but avoid putting weight on the knee. Pretend it's just kissing the ground or hovering right above it. I'd like to see 2 repetitions on each leg with you facing the camera and then 2 reps on each leg facing either side. But as with the other movements, if you only have the strength to do 1 rep on each leg, do them facing the camera, and that will be good enough for me to get you at least started on the right path. After these, you get a little breather here because now I just want to see how your posture looks when you're standing naturally. Please don't exaggerate or overcorrect here. I want you pretending you're waiting in line and resting in a natural standing position that you would fall into at any other time. Simply stand in front of the camera, rotate 90 degrees, and briefly pause at each position until I've seen a full 360 degrees. This is our final movement, and like everything else, if you can't do it safely, please skip it. My feet are hip width apart, and I'm going to get into a plank or push-up position. Hands can be shoulder width or slightly wider, and what I'd like to see is 10 touches of one hand to the other, so 5 on the right and 5 on the left. After you've done 10 touches with your head facing the camera, turn 90 degrees to either side and do 10 more touches. You should have less than 5 minutes of video, especially if you trim out any transition periods, but try to make sure you wait until your upload is complete before closing your browser. I want to sincerely thank you for giving this a try. Great job making it this far, and in a matter of days, you will be on the path to play better pickleball.